Hey, DeMarcus. I think Bob said that you'll be reevaluated in 4 weeks, but how are you physically feeling at this stage of your recovery?
Uh, I'm feeling a lot better than I was, 7 months ago. Um, it's been a grind. It's been an adventure, to say the least. But I'm in a lot better place now. Physically, I'm coming along great. As of right now, it hasn't been any setbacks, and I feel a lot stronger. I'm getting my feet back under me, and I'm starting to feel like an athlete again.
Front row, left-hand side. Tim?
Way over here, DeMarcus, Tim Calicom, The Athletic. Heard you've been in here a few times working out a little. What kind of stuff can you do? Are you mostly just shooting, or are you able to do some post moves, a little bit of explosion at all?
I'm doing a little bit of everything. Post moves, shooting. I'm getting up and down the court. I'm running full court drills. I've gotten some one-on-one, two-on-two sessions in. So, I'm progressing well. Everything's on track, and it's just a matter of time.
Front row, right-hand side here, Mark.
Hi, DeMarcus. Mark Medina, Bay Area News Group. Obviously, the Warriors have been stressing patience and the big picture with your recovery, but just internally, are there any set expectations, goals of when you hope you can come back with it?
As of right now, it's about getting healthy, and that's something we all agreed on, and that's the biggest priority for us right now. Well, with my situation, which is getting healthy. So, when we feel we've got to that point, we'll sit down and we'll figure out when it's time to return.
Center section, second row, left-hand side. Mark?
Because what has the last 7 months been like? The ups and downs of it. What's been the biggest high and the biggest low?
It's been hard. I would be lying if I told you anything differently. It's been an absolute grind. It's taken a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment, and it's been a grind. It's been a real grind. So it's probably one of the hardest things, physically and mentally I've been through in my career so far, and I've learned a lot through this process. I learned a lot about myself. So it's been a grind, man. That's the best way for me to put it. But like I said, I've learned a lot about myself. I've taken some positives out of this situation. I learned from the negatives, and I'm moving forward with my life.
Front row, center, right here, right side. Connor?
Marcus, with you out at least the next few months, several young guys, Jordan, Gavon, Damian, are going to be competing for that starting spot. How can you balance your rehab with also mentoring those young guys?
They're my young guys anyway, so you're going to teach the game regardless. You want what's best for your teammates. You want them to succeed. So anything I can do to help in any way, I'm going to do that. So I've been in the gym working with Jordan and Damian so far, and those guys are full of potential. They're like sponges. They take in all the information they can. They're a big part of this team. They're carrying the load right now, so of course I'm gonna give everything I can to help them.
Second row, center here, second row.
DeMarcus, Jeff Ferrato of the Bay Area News Group. You said you learned something about yourself through this process. Can you explain what that was? And can you also talk about just, if you try to look ahead a little bit to when you're on the court with all these guys, how excited you are and what you guys could be?
I'm stubborn as hell. I thought I knew that before, but I'm really starting to realize it now. My drive is only increased. I'm seriously like a madman right now. I mean, I think you guys will see a new DeMarcus on the floor, and I can't wait to get to that point, just to show all the work I have put into this injury. So I think you'll see it when the product's on the floor. But when it comes to this team, it's basically there. You can see it on paper. On paper, it looks great. Of course, we got to go in and put the work in, but the potential is scary for this team, and it's on us to, bring that potential out.
Second row, left-hand side. Phil?
DeMarcus, yeah, you were talking about what a grind this has been for you. What was it mentally that helped you get through the toughest parts of that? When you, like, if you really hit a wall during this rehab, like, what was the motivation, or what were you telling yourself to get through?
The haters. That's all I need. I feed off of it. I love it.
Center section right here, first row.
Throughout your career, you've played against the Warriors, and it seems like they were the one that you were chasing. How does it feel today to put on a Warriors uniform? Did you ever think that was possible? And how does it feel like you actually put it on today?
I never thought this situation would happen, but it's happened. So, this is my team, and anybody that's followed me before this moment, you know how I fight for my team. So it's the same thing. You step to them, you stepping in me.
Center section again right here, front row.
DeMarcus, you've obviously spent a lot of time not too far from here in Sacramento, but how's the actual acclimation process to the Bay Area?
I'm trying to get used to this traffic, man. This traffic is crazy. 8 o'clock in the morning, it's bumper to bumper. So I'm still trying to find the right times to travel.
All right, center section, third row back. Sorry, just raised his hand there with the nice tie on.
DeMarcus, how has the conversation been like, just obviously off the court with your teammates when you're assigned? How has that been beneficial? And just last part, the benefits of you making that donation to your hometown for that basketball court?
What was your first question? I'm sorry.
What was the conversation like with your teammates after you signed? How did that benefit you in the offseason and obviously the home court?
I mean, I've spoken on it earlier in the summer, but it was all excitement, which was a surprise to me. I mean, these guys are back-to-back champions, and it's obvious they could be the type of guys that say we don't need any more help or another player, or they deserve that right. But they welcomed me with open arms. They were super excited. Any player, I think, they appreciate that coming from their teammates. So it was a warm feeling for me, and I appreciate those guys for that. But referring to the court, I'm big on helping my community. I'm not really a guy that likes to talk about it or boast about it. I look at myself more as a foot soldier. I like to really be in the community and have put some type of change and effect to it. So I don't even really like, honestly, to talk about it, but some of the money went to the court. It went to some of the other things. The block party as well. The whole 250 didn't go to the court, but it's just community work. I'm just doing my part.
Great. Far left-hand side, third row in the back. Felicia?
Hi, DeMarcus. You took your high school jersey out of retirement, and for those who may not know, Drake Ward and his video, can you talk about how that happened and how did you guys connect with that?
Drake's a good friend of mine, and he reached out and he asked, he wanted to wear the jersey, but we were actually out of town and my brother was still in the city. So my brother ended up driving it down to New Orleans, which is about 2 hours away, hour and a half away, and he dropped it off to Drake, and the rest is history. So it was pretty simple.
Left-hand section, front row. Anthony?
Yeah, I know you guys have obviously stressed patience with your rehab, but this schedule's got a ton of marquee games on it for you guys. Is there even something out in the future, maybe the Christmas game or something, where you're really kind of saying, like, I want to be back by then?
Whenever I return is a special game for me, so I'll just be glad to be on the floor playing basketball again.